Good morning, dear students. Welcome once again. This time we are going to discuss class 7 geography chapter number 4 air. Very simple chapter, very interesting chapter it is. Okay? What is air? Suppose if somebody asks you what is air? Air is a gas. Okay? So we are going to begin with this chapter number 4 air. Let's see and try to understand what this chapter actually states. This chapter is going to make us to read about the layers of air, or we can say the atmosphere. Okay, so this chapter begins with the term atmosphere. Let's try to understand what is atmosphere. The huge blanket of air, or the layer of air, the blanket of air that surrounds the earth, that covers the earth, is known as atmosphere. Right? So the huge blanket of air that surrounds the earth is known as atmosphere. I have given a beautiful diagram also. This is our beautiful earth, right? And it is being surrounded by the blanket of air, by air. Okay, you see tiny microscopic particles are over there. These all are air. We can't see air. Okay, I have tried to make you understand through this beautiful diagram. Okay, our earth covered or surrounded by layers of air, which is known as atmosphere. What is atmosphere? The blanket of air, the layer of air that surrounds our earth, that covers our earth, is atmosphere. Okay? Yes. Be very clear about this term, dear. Atmosphere. Okay? Now, composition of atmosphere. The word composition means by what material the material is made up of. Okay? That means, suppose for example, I am asking you what is the composition of biscuit. That means from which material that biscuit is made up of. Then your answer will be biscuit is made up of maida or flour, you can say, right? Apart from that, sugar is there, some water is also required inside that. So the composition of biscuit is flour, sugar, water, etc., etc. Okay, so the word composition means from what material that is made up of. So we will try to understand the composition of atmosphere. Okay, atmosphere is made up of several gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, argon, etc., etc., carbon dioxide and many other gases. Okay, so if somebody asks you what is the composition of atmosphere, you simply say nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon, hydrogen, all these gases. Apart from that, there are several more gases of which atmosphere is made up of. Okay, so what is the composition of atmosphere? Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and several other gases makes up the atmosphere. Now, because these gases are available in atmosphere, makes up the atmosphere. atmosphere, some gases are in larger amount, are in larger quantity, whereas some gases are in smaller quantity, in smaller amount. Okay, so two gases that forms this atmosphere in bulky way or measuredly. That means these two gases are available in atmosphere in larger quantity. What are these two gases? Nitrogen and oxygen. These are the two gases which make up the bulk of atmosphere. That means atmosphere is mainly made up of these two gases. Okay, these two gases forms the major part of atmosphere, right? And apart from that, these are the gases which are in lesser quantity, which are in lesser amount, like carbon dioxide is there, helium is there, ozone is there, argon is there, hydrogen is there. So these gases are available in lesser quantity or in less quantity. Okay, whereas nitrogen and oxygen are in larger quantity. Okay, clear? Now, if these two gases are present in larger amount, how much it is? That is also a question. So we are going to read what is the percentage of different gases in atmosphere by the means of percentage of constituents. That means what is the percentage of which gas available in the atmosphere. Okay, nitrogen, which forms the major part or bulky part, is 78%. Oxygen, which is also present in higher amount, is 21%. Carbon dioxide is 0.03% only. Your argon is 0.92% only, and rest other gases are in very small amount, 0.04%. How these are being given? These are being already been given, and scientists have found it out. Okay, the percentage of different constituents present in the atmosphere. This is the available amount of different gases. Nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21%, argon 0.93%, carbon dioxide 0.03%. Other gases, if those gases which are not included over here, constitutes only 0.4%, 0.04%. So see, these are the two major gases which forms the atmosphere. Rest of the gases are in very smaller quantity. Clear? Yes. Now moving on further, we have to read about these gases in brief or in detail. Okay, first of all, nitrogen, which consists of 78%, which makes the atmosphere 78%, right? Yes. So nitrogen is very useful because it is being needed, it is required by the plants. Okay, but plants can't able to take the nitrogen directly from air. This is the thing. So the microorganism the unseen small living organisms, or you can say microorganisms, which are available in roots of the plant or which are available in the soil. They convert the nitrogen into such a form which is being taken by the plants easily. Clear? This is the phenomenon only. So nitrogen, plants need nitrogen for their survival. Moreover, they can't take nitrogen directly from air, dear. They can't take nitrogen directly from air. And bacteria that live in the soil or roots of some plants take nitrogen from air. Okay, they take the nitrogen from air and change its form so that plants can use it. So nitrogen is very important gas. Why it is important? Because it is required for survival by the plants. Clear? Yes, it is required for survival. Okay. Moreover, the plants, you have to understand this phenomenon also. The plants can't able to take the nitrogen directly. So the microbacteria or the bacteria or the microorganism available in the roots of the plant or available in the soil convert those nitrogen into such a form which will be taken by the plants easily. In the higher class also you are going to read how microorganism convert the nitrogen into different form which is being taken by the plants. Okay? Yes. Now another gas is oxygen. We know how important this gas is, oxygen, right? Humans and animals take oxygen from air as they breathe. That means, suppose if we are breathing, the air that we take in is oxygen, right? Yes, so it is very important for humans and animals because they take oxygen while breathing or they take in oxygen during breathing, right? Yes. Moreover, green plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis. Who produces oxygen? It is the green plants that produces oxygen. Okay? Green plants by the process of photosynthesis takes in carbon dioxide, releases oxygen which will be taken by humans and animals, and when we breathe out it is carbon dioxide. So animals and human beings take in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide which is taken away by the plants. That's why this balanced cycle is going on, isn't it? You might have learned, or if you have not learned, understand this phenomenon. Okay? That means plants take carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. Oxygen is being taken by animals or human and releases carbon dioxide. In this way, the balanced cycle of exchange of gases going on in the atmosphere. Okay, clear? Now coming on to another gas, carbon dioxide. It is also very important. Why it is important? Green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food. Yes. So during during the process of photosynthesis, it is the green plant, it is the plants that take in carbon dioxide for preparing their food and releases what? Releases oxygen, right? So that's why all the gases are very, very important, right? Understand? Yes. Now another, shall we proceed? Yes. Now we have to read about the structure of atmosphere. Okay? Atmosphere. Suppose if this is the earth. Okay? So layers of air, different layers of air are there, which we have to read. Scientists have given the names also of different layers of atmosphere. These are the names, okay? Troposphere, which is the lowermost layer of atmosphere, okay? These are layers of air only, nothing else, okay? Which is, we are going to read in structure of atmosphere, okay? Different names are being given: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. We have to read in detail about all these different layers of atmosphere. Okay, troposphere, the lowermost layer, which extends up to a distance of 13 kilometers. If we go from here to 13 kilometers, it will be troposphere. From 13 kilometers to 50 kilometers, it will be stratosphere. If we go further beyond, from 50 kilometers to 80 kilometers, it is mesosphere. If we go further up, from 80 kilometers to 400 kilometers, it is thermosphere, and beyond 400 kilometers, it is exosphere. Okay, so these are the different layers of atmosphere. Clear? Yes, this is the structure of atmosphere. Now we are going to read these layers in brief, or try to understand the salient features or the characteristics of these different layers. Okay, first of all, troposphere, which is very important because it is the layer where we are also living, right? Yes, most important layer. Why it is most important? As air we breathe, right? The air we breathe exists here only. In this layer we will have oxygen and carbon dioxide, which we breathe in and breathe out, right? Yes. Most importantly, all weather phenomenon, all the weather phenomenon like rainfall, your fog, your hailstorm and other weather phenomenons, all will be occurring, all will be happening, all are occurring in this layer only, troposphere. And the average height is 13 kilometers. That means from 0 kilometer from ground to 13 kilometer that we go in the air, it consists of troposphere. These are the salient features of troposphere. Okay, so average height is 13 kilometers. That means if we go from ground to up to 13 kilometers in the sky, okay, it will be troposphere. Moreover, all weather phenomenon takes place in this layer only. Okay, rainfall, hailstorm, fogs and other weather phenomenon takes place in this layer only. Okay, and the air we breathe in, oxygen, carbon dioxide and important important gases are present in this layer only, troposphere. Clear? Yes. Now coming on to another layer which is above troposphere, that is stratosphere. Right? You might have remembered from 13 kilometer up to 13 kilometer it is troposphere. From 13 kilometer to 50 kilometer it is stratosphere. So the layer which extends up to a height of 50 kilometer is stratosphere. Okay, this layer is free from clouds. There is no cloud available in stratosphere. Clouds are also available in troposphere only. Okay, so there is no cloud. This layer, stratosphere, is free from clouds and associated weather phenomenon. No weather phenomenon also takes place in stratosphere. Weather phenomenon takes place only in troposphere. Okay, so stratosphere extends up to a height of 50 kilometer and this layer is free from clouds and no weather phenomenon also takes place in this stratosphere. Then why this layer is important? This layer is important because it contains layer of ozone gas here. Ozone gas, you might be remembering, when the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun are coming, because they are very harmful for human being and other living organisms, they are filtered or they are trapped by ozone gas, by ozone layer, right? Yes, that's why this layer is very important, because important ozone gas is available in this layer, stratosphere. Okay, so these are the features of stratosphere. Okay, average height is 50 kilometer. From 13 kilometer to 50 kilometer it is stratosphere. It is free from clouds. No weather phenomenon takes place in this layer and it contains layer of ozone gas. Clear? Yes. Now beyond stratosphere we have mesosphere. Okay, which extends up to a height of 80 kilometer. From 50 kilometer to 80 kilometer it is mesosphere, right? The third layer which lies above the stratosphere, right? Yes, so the layer, the third layer, or you can say the layer which lies above the stratosphere is mesosphere. Okay, extends up to a height of 80 kilometer. And why this layer is important? Because meteorites burn up in this layer. Meteorites burn in this layer. Now you will be asking, what is meteorites? Meteorites are the rocks or the part of the metal that comes from outer space and enter into our earth's surface. Okay, that are meteorites. So these meteorites burn up in this layer. When they passes through the mesosphere, they burn up due to friction. Okay, and other associated phenomena, right? So why this layer is important? Because meteorites burn up in this layer. Okay, this is the layer which lies above the stratosphere, that is mesosphere, and extends up to a height of 80 kilometer. These are the features of mesosphere. Okay, yes. Now moving on to another layer, thermosphere. The layer which is above So this layer helps in radio transmission. Okay. Now the final layer, the uppermost layer, exosphere, the uppermost layer of the atmosphere. Final, the uppermost layer of the atmosphere is exosphere. Okay. Light gases like helium, hydrogen, these are very light gases. Light gases means which are not heavy, very light. The opposite of heavy is light. Okay. So light gases like helium, hydrogen and other gases float in this layer. Okay. So these are the characteristic features. These are the salient features. These are the basic features associated with different layers of atmosphere. Right? Troposphere, then your stratosphere. Right? Then mesosphere, then thermosphere, and then exosphere. Right? So these are the different layers of atmosphere. These constitutes, these together make up the structure of atmosphere. Clear? Yes. Very good. Now, weather and climate. Let's try to understand the difference between weather and climate. What is weather? What is climate? See, weather remains for shorter period of time. Climate remains for longer period of time, for months, 2 months, 3 months, like that. Okay, so weather can be defined as hour to hour, day to day condition of atmosphere. Okay, the condition of the atmosphere which exist for shorter period of time. Say for example for a day or two, for few hours, that is weather. Okay, so hour to hour or day to day condition of atmosphere is weather. Suppose if I am asking you what is the weather today, you might be telling it is sunny weather. That means sun comes out. It's a rainy weather, that means it's drizzling, it's raining. So something like that which exists for hour or so or for a day or two. Right? Now climate, that condition of the atmosphere that exists, that remains for longer period of time is climate. Right? So the average weather condition of place for longer period of time. The average weather condition, the weather condition of a place that exists, that remains for longer period of time is climate. Right? What is the climate? It's summer. What is the climate? It's winter. Right? Like that only. So this is the basic difference between weather and climate. Clear? Now another term comes temperature. From the very beginning you might be also learning temperature. The hotness or coolness or hotness or coldness of a place can be considered under temperature. Right? Yes. So the degree of hotness or coldness of air, the degree of hotness or coldness of air is called temperature, or simply you can say the degree of hotness or coldness is temperature. Okay? The temperature changes as usual. The day temperature is different, night temperature is different. Also, the temperature changes from season to season. During summer, the temperature is high. During winter, the temperature is low. During rain, temperature is somewhat moderate. right? So it's a common phenomenon, it is usual phenomenon that temperature changes between day and night and also from season to season, right? Yes, temperature changes from day to day, also from season to season. Temperature changes from day to night and from season to season. Clear? Yes. Now one important term is insolation. Be very careful about this term. This is very important term. The incoming solar energy, the sun's heat, the solar energy which enters into the earth, which is being received by the earth, which is being trapped by the earth, which is being caught by the earth, is insolation. So incoming solar energy received by earth is insolation. Okay, clear? Yes. Now we are going to note down the homework. Okay, note down the homework, please. You have to write the features of troposphere and mesosphere. First question, and another question is write in brief about usefulness of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Clear? Yes, these are small homeworks for you. For today, it will be over. In our next class, I am going to discuss air pressure. What is air pressure? What role an air pressure plays, okay, in atmosphere. Okay, till then, take care of yourself. Bye from my side. Have a nice day. Thank you.